This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
We begin today in Storm Alert. Let's take a live look at conditions over Worldwide Technology Raceway in Madison. Rain, fog, mist, and humidity so thick you can cut it with a knife. And a round of thunderstorms are moving through the area right now, bringing rain and lightning to some of you. Thanks so much for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. We've seen several storms over the past few days, and the ones moving through right now are affecting areas to the east, areas that desperately need rain. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is here with the Weather First forecast and the latest on the radar. Jim?
Yeah, we knew this was coming and it would pop up. It took a while to do so, but it was widespread in our southern counties and then around the St. Louis area and the Metro East. We had some severe weather popping up, but no new warnings out there. The one that was until 12:15 for Clinton and Washington counties in Illinois was allowed to expire. That said, we had some rotation even being detected around the Carlisle area, but no longer are we seeing that. So let's take the Doppler radar full here and show you what's going on. A brand new flood advisory, sure enough. Aviston, Illinois coming in with 2.5 inches of rain in a very short period of time. So Breeze and Carlisle, that new flood advisory there. I'll go ahead and see how long that's in effect until about 3 p.m. So you can imagine the heavy rain coming down. We had some around St. Louis and then North County, but that is now beginning to weaken quite a bit and dissipating very rapidly. Widen out the shot. You can see more showers down to the south, but things are really calming down. But wanted to point out that flash flood warning for northern Phelps County, including Rolla, and that's in effect till 1:45 p.m. Had some heavy rain earlier. St. Genevieve County, we have a flash flood warning until about really 30 more minutes to go on that one. And then until 3:30, the one in Perry County, Missouri, a flash flood warning there. So this cold front is slicing through that really thick humidity Kay was talking about. So we're still watching the radar. I'll have another update coming up in just a few minutes, Kay?
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Jim. We'll continue to watch for storms all afternoon. Stay up to date and get weather safety tips by downloading the 5 on Your Side app. It's free and it's in your phone's app store. Breaking news right now in Earth City. All westbound lanes of Highway 370 are closed right now between 141 and the Discovery Bridge. It's all because of an accident involving a dump truck. Here's a live look at the scene. Right now we have no word on any injuries. Westbound lanes are being diverted onto Highway 141. Also breaking in St. Louis, within the last hour, the St. Louis Board of Aldermen passed a measure aimed at limiting the open carry of weapons in the city. Board Bill 29 would require anyone carrying a weapon to have a concealed carry permit, and you'll have to be at least 19 years old to get that permit. The bill now goes to Mayor Tashora Jones. She hasn't said whether she supports the legislation. The bill will become law August 9th, whether she signs it or not. A St. Louis County police officer recovering today after being injured after an overnight chase. Police say officers began chasing a driver wanted for traffic violations on Highway 367. The driver eventually crashed while getting onto the Stan Musial Veterans Memorial Bridge. We're told the officer suffered minor injuries during the arrest. He was treated at the scene. Police also looking for the person who stole a man's car at a gas station in St. Louis County. They say the person took the car from a Quick Trip on Dunn Road, then hit or dragged the car's owner. That man is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Happening today, the Francis Howell School Board is expected to vote on a policy that would sunset all provisions and resolutions adopted by members who are no longer the majority. Among the previous resolutions that could disappear is a racism and discrimination policy passed in 2020. The policy declared racism a crisis that negatively impacts students, family, and staff. The board meeting starts at 6:30 tonight. Also today, the ACLU and Missouri's Attorney General go head-to-head in court over an emergency rule for transgender care. Attorney General Andrew Bailey terminated the rule in May after issuing it in April. It required adults and children to undergo more than a year of therapy and other requirements before being allowed gender-affirming treatments. The ACLU argued Bailey overstepped his authority. A year ago, our region was hit by flash flooding after days of record rainfall. Recovery is still ongoing. As 5 on Your Side's Laura Barcheski reports, there's been significant progress on flood mitigation.
Brentwood Park and the area around it didn't always look like this. Just 1 year ago, it looked like this.
We didn't lose any homes with all that flooding, and so we were very fortunate. It was just businesses that took on the damage.
To make sure that didn't happen again, the city of Brentwood specifically designed the park and improvements to Manchester Road.
It was designed to hold back flood waters with a 100-year rain event, and it does that. And we got the properties out of there, the properties that would repeatedly flood, those are gone. So now it's just a green space.
But they had to do more.
The city spent about $120,000 to clear out Black Creek to hopefully improve the flow of that creek waters, and Deer Creek as well.
The Little Bit Foundation was one of those businesses that lost almost everything. They served children all over the St. Louis area with school supplies, clothes, and even more beyond material things.
Then when you're talking about flood waters, there's just things you cannot give to children. So with all of that, we had to completely rebuild in 1 year's time.
Since the flood, CEO Miranda Walker-Jones says they've been able to find a temporary location and to restock a lot of their donations, from the things that keep kids warm to the things that warm their hearts.
So we are going through tons and tons of books, but they're great.
It's one of Walker-Jones' favorite parts.
Some of our book donations.
She says, unfortunately, they won't be able to go back to their office in Brentwood.
We know we have a responsibility because these are donated items and things that we're getting out to kids to keep them safe and have them available for kids. School is starting very quickly here.
But that won't keep them from their mission.
Nothing's going to stop us from making sure that we are getting these things to our students in our service areas.
That was Laura Barcheski reporting. The Little Bit Foundation is still looking for a more permanent, larger space that has enough warehouse room and good office space. Registered nurses at St. Louis University Hospital claim low staffing levels could put your health care in jeopardy. They gathered yesterday outside the hospital to demand better pay and more staffing. They're currently working without a contract. As part of their negotiations, they're calling on SSM Health to make changes they say will help keep you safe.
I work in the ED. I see critical patients every day. I've seen situations where nurses have been assigned to 5 patients, and any one of those patients could become critical in any moment and require CPR or anything like that, and I've only got one pair of hands,
St. Louis University Hospital released a statement saying it's committed to providing safe, compassionate, high-quality care for patients and the community. Still ahead, how a major storm in the southeast could lead to a worsening of the nation's drug shortage. Plus, why you might be entitled to money from Instagram.